Hi, welcome back to Embedded Code. Today, we're going to install a new Linux operating system as a virtual machine using Oracle VirtualBox. So, without further ado, let's start. First, let's go to the VirtualBox website. You can find it in the description of this video. Once we're there, let's click on Download and then Windows Hosts. Now open the file and let's install. First, just click on Next. We have to accept the terms and conditions. Here we can see a summary of the resources that are part of the installation and also the installation paths. Click Next. Here we can see a warning. It says that during the installation our network interface is going to be temporarily disabled. Remember that virtualize is just an operating system representation by software, so click Yes. Then the wizard says that there's some missing dependencies, Python core and Win32 API. Let's click on Yes. I don't want to change anything here, but if you don't want a desktop icon or something similar, you can change it here. Let's click on Next and Install. Then we have to wait until installation is done. Probably during the process your monitor will power off a few times. Once we finish, restart the PC and open VirtualBox. The next step is to search the operating system image that we want to install. Before downloading an image, it's very important to know what kind of processor your computer has, a 64-bit one or an x86. So right-click and select Properties. As you can see, my processor is a 64-bit one. There are a lot of new Linux distros. Which one do I have to install? This depends on how comfortable you feel with it. One of the best options to start diving into the Linux systems is Ubuntu. So, on this tutorial, we're going to install the newest version of it, the 24.04. But if you prefer, you can do this entire course using another Debian-based distro, as Fedora, Linux Mint, or even Debian by its own. Remember, all Linux distros are based on different versions of the same kernel. The first step to download is going to the Ubuntu official website. You can find the link on the description. Click on the download section and then download Ubuntu Desktop. The first thing we're going to see the next page is this green button where you can read download 24.04 LTS. When the download finishes, go to VirtualBox to start the setup of our virtual machine. To start the installation, first click on New. We start giving a name to the machine. In my case, it's going to be Ubuntu. This path is the folder where the storage of our VM is. I'll let the default one, but if you need to change it, there's no problem. On ISO image, we have to browse our Ubuntu 24 ISO, so click on this arrow and then Other. We search our image. As you can see, the remaining fields that include the operating system info are automatically filled. Very important, you have to check this option, skip unattended installation, because if you don't, probably you're going to have some trouble later during the system installation. Now, type how much RAM memory and how many CPUs you are going to use on your system. In my case, I'm going to use 2 GB of RAM and 1 CPU. Now, it's time to set the virtual machine storage. It's very important that you understand that this size is not completely reserved unless you check the pre-allocate full size option. It's just going to take what it needs, and if it needs more, it's going to take it, considering that the maximum amount that it can take is the size that you give on this point. But also, you can easily add more storage on a virtual machine. I'm going to use 50 GB. Finally, we can see the summary with all the previous settings. Click on Finish. And now, as you can see, we have here our VM. The next step is to install the operating system. Before you power on the VM, we have to change the graphic driver. Ubuntu 24 might not install with the default one, so select VBox VGA. If you're installing an older version of Ubuntu, skip this step. Now we power on our machine. skip this box about the husky and press enter on try or install Ubuntu on the group. We start our Ubuntu installation choosing the system language. In my case, English is okay. It doesn't matter if your keyboard layout is different. On the installer, you can change it later. On accessibility options, I'm not going to change anything, so next. Here is where we're going to select our keyboard layout. So, in my case, I'm going to search for Spanish Latin America. On this box, we can even test it. The installation is a PM, so the Word option is okay. We can read here this update message about some updates on the installer. We want a fresh Linux updated installation, so click on Update Now. Then we can read that it's necessary to restart the installer, so we close the installer. And then we open it again, clicking on the desktop icon over here. And we set our settings again. Here we have to select what kind of installation we want to do, the interactive one that is a step-by-step or the automatic one, but we need a .yaml file to do it, so we select the interactive one. Next, the applications that we need. We have two options, default that gives us essential, a web browser and basic utilities, or the extended with more software included. My system will be my main OS, so I select extended. I also need this third-party software for graphics hardware and Wi-Fi, and also the additional media formats, so I don't have future problems related with the graphics. On type of installation, we select the first option, erase disk and install Ubuntu, because we're working on a virtual machine. Remember, your Windows disk is going to be the same as always. Create your username and set a password. Then we select the time zone. In my case, I am at Mexico City, so this one is correct. Final step is this installation summary with all the settings that we set previously. Once everything is okay, click on install and wait. Finally, we click on restart now. Once we log into our system, we will see a welcome message and we can start using our fresh Ubuntu operating system. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button and share it with people interested on this stuff. I'll be uploading videos every week about Linux, Arduino, Raspberry Pi Pico and more. I'm Adolf, aka Hiena, and see you on the next video. Bye.